So, before we jump into this video, I just want to say I've actually had a terrible night with this camera. It's decided to freak out on me so much that I don't know why it's working now, but it is, so I'm not going to complain. I tried to use my phone, but my phone wouldn't work either. I don't know what's up with my phone. Everything's breaking around me and I can't stand technology right now. So I'm going to try my best to not ramble on too much. Apologies if people like my rambliness, because I kind of like the rambliness that I do. Even though I'm rambling right now, I'm going to try and power on with the films and just make this quick. So without further ado, welcome to my channel, and today I'm going to be talking about my top 5 horror films. Number 1 is The Descent. Out of all the films I'm going to mention today, this is definitely my all-time favourite. I don't know what it is about the film, I just love it so much. The story, the characters, the environment, it's all so well crafted and well thought out, and it just, all of it combined is just so good. The story follows a woman called Sarah who has a very traumatic ordeal at the very start of the film, and then her friends all band together to try and take her on a trip, like about, I think it's a year on from when all this shit happened, which you'll see at the start, and they take her cave diving, and all of them but one of the girls think that they're going to like a cave that's marked, a cave that's on the map, so if they get lost in it or something happens, someone will eventually come and help them. Turns out one of the girls who has arranged it all is actually taken to a cave that's not even been discovered yet, and so what happens is they get trapped inside this cave. There's a big discovery that no one's going to come and help them, they have to find their way out. And in the midst of all this chaos that's ensuing with all this group, they stumble upon these humanoid monster things that start taking them out one by one. The claustrophobia from like the tight tunnels they have to navigate and all these monsters coming after them is just so good. Honestly, if you haven't seen this film, I really recommend it. Next up is You're Next. You're Next is like a horror action thriller. It kind of actually focuses a lot on the action department, and that's what I love about this film. Most horror films, the main protagonist, be it a male or a female, it's fair, females tend to be more damsel in distresses, but regardless of who the gender is of the main character, they don't tend to be able to do that much till the very end of the film, where they somehow overcome everything and manage to just somehow beat the monster back. This takes it completely differently. From the very start of the film, a woman named Erin, who's gone to meet all of the family of her boyfriends. I can't quite remember what's going on, but she's with all of his family. It's a massive family, and some masked people turn up out of the blue and start killing them all one by one. But Erin's like she has survival training. I think her dad was in the army, so he's trained her, and she just kicks ass from the start. There's no of this, oh, she struggles all the way through the film till the very end where she managed to like take them out. From the start, she's taking out these killers one by one as they're kind of taking out the family one by one. It's just so good. I just love it. Next is Wrong Turn. Wrong Turn is a great little horror film about cannibals of all things. The reason this is such a special place in my heart, I think, is it was the first horror film I ever watched kind of like when I shouldn't be watching it, if that makes sense. I got the DVD and I wasn't allowed to watch the DVD, but I watched the DVD in secret. I just thought the film was really cool. I know it's not like everyone's cup of tea, but I just loved it, and it's got Elijah Dushku in, who is one of my favourite actresses ever, so that was a nice touch. So Wrong Turn is about a man and this group of friends who meet by this barbed wire in the road, which these cannibals have laid out to trap some people on the road, and so they can make them the next meal. So this man, I can't remember, it's Desmond Hines who plays the character, I can't remember the character's name, but he bumps into this group of friends, which is Elijah Dushku in. They're taking Elijah Dushku's character, Jesse, out to try and cheer her up, so they're going like on an adventure thing, I think. But because the car breaks down, they go off in search, and what they find is 3 cannibals. And what follows is them just trying to escape these cannibals, running through the forest, and there's booby traps, and they're climbing trees, and there's like a watchtower that ends up setting on fire, and a bunch of crazy shit goes down, and it's just such a fun movie. Next is Rec, also known as Record. The reason I stumbled upon this film is because I actually watched Quarantine, which I didn't know at the time. Quarantine was the American remake of this Spanish film. I believe it's Spanish, I'm sorry if it's not. I should have done my research more, but I'm kind of in a rush to make this video. As much as I love Quarantine, Quarantine is literally just a frame by frame remake of this film Rec. Rec just did it differently, it was so much creepier. So it follows a woman named Angela who's following some firemen around for like a news story. What happens is they end up getting trapped inside of a building block which has got some weird virus in it, which is turning people into like frenzied zombies. They are zombies, but they're not like zombies. They're more messed up and fast and just creepier in my opinion. The reason they get trapped in is because the government or someone knows that this virus is in this building. You discover why later on in the film, why this virus is there, so look, I won't spell any of that. But so they can't get out. Anyone who tries to get out gets shot. There's like a sniper watching, and I do think someone gets shot when they try to escape. Again, it's been a little while since I've seen it, but I think that does happen. But yeah, the building slowly gets more and more infected. to the final climax scene, which is so good. They end up in this attic area where, I don't want to say anything because that's where a lot of spoilers happen and a lot of stuff gets figured out, but it's so good, so creepy. The final scene is terrifying, and there is a sequel, and the second sequel is really good, so I recommend if you watched Wreck to watch Wreck 2 because it follows straight on. Really good, really love the Wreck films. And Quarantine's good too if you don't want to watch subtitles. Watch Quarantine because it's literally just the same film. Quarantine 2, however, is completely different, which I kind of like. I like that it kind of took the film, even though they started from remaking that film, they kind of made it into their own. And Quarantine 2 is not bad, it's just nothing special. They ditched the found footage, because that's what the film's like, it's a found footage kind of thing, like they're following the news reporter, it's all through her cameraman. Like I said, such a good film. If you like your horror films, definitely check that one out. And finally is VHS. VHS is a collection of short horror stories, 5 I think in total. I could be wrong, it could be 4, but I believe it's 5. All the stories are really good. There's a couple that I'm a bit about, but it's a really enjoyable little ride you take, and the short stories are really well made, especially the first 2. I think the first 2 are probably the best. First one's about a poltergeist, and you see it all through the guy's eye because he gets like he has to have an eye transplant and put like a robot eye in. And it's weird, but it works really well. And then the second one's definitely probably the best because I think from my recollection they made a spin-off from the VHS films. They made a spin-off of one of the short stories called Siren. It's about these 3 lads going like a night out and they meet this girl who doesn't really speak, so I don't know why they end up with her, but they do. And she turns into this weird monster thing that starts killing them all. It's really good. I really recommend checking out VHS actually. I'm not explaining it very well. There's so much more to it. There's another 3 stories and my mind can't remember them because there's VHS 2 and VHS 3 and I think I'm getting all the stories muddled up between the 3, but the VHS films I really love, and VHS 3 is probably the weakest of them all. VHS 2 is really good. I like that one a lot. But yeah, really recommend that film too. And that concludes my horror movies. I'm sorry if this is a bit rambly or it doesn't make much sense. I'm just kind of going with the flow and trying to just get this out quickly. But if you did enjoy this video, please leave a like, subscribe to my channel if you're not subscribed, and follow my social media links in the description below. Thank you all for watching, you're all amazing, and I will see you in the next video. Bye!